Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Action Comics number 995. This is part 3 of the Booster Shot storyline, where Booster Gold and Superman are hopping through time having wacky adventures. And this is written by Dan Jurgens with pencils by Brett Booth, inks by Norm Repmundo. I'm sure I butchered that. Andrew Dahlhaus did colors, Rob Lay on letters, Dan Jurgens, Trevor Scott, and Hi-Fi did the cover. Editor was Paul Kaminsky. I love the cover. I think that's very dynamic, really gives it kind of a sense of drama. Now we start off with Superman and Booster having to defeat the Eradicator robot that followed them through time. It's a pretty big knockdown drag out, but Superman has his powers back, and since they are in Gotham, he's able to recover really quickly and put an end to it. But it turns out it's not the Gotham they left. They actually are in Booster's home time. They overshot a little bit because of the damage to the ship, and they are in the future where Booster Gold is actually a wanted criminal for stealing the time ship and several other things. So Superman has to move the time ship and the Eradicator robot under Skeet's guidance, and Booster gets captured. Meanwhile, Lois Lane is jumping on a supply ship so she can go rescue her father. They get a little stowaway on the plane too. Meanwhile, Booster's locked in jail with his own father, who's a complete scumbag, and Superman has been judging Booster pretty harshly overall, but he starts to kind of see things through Booster's eyes thanks to Skeet's giving him a little bit of a rundown on how crappy Booster's youth was. And Superman kind of relents and realizes that, maybe he shouldn't be so harsh because you're kind of dealt the hand you have, and some people are in different places than others. It is a little moralizing, but it's actually not bad. It might have been a little more simplistic than reality would dictate, but if you're a younger reader, you might actually get something out of this about seeing through other people's perspectives. And that Booster is trying to be a hero, but he didn't exactly have a lot to work with as a kid, so it's a journey for him. He doesn't have it as easy as others did. But Superman has to go bust him out of the joint, which he does. Just as Booster's dad is trying to sneak out of there by knocking out a guard and stealing the guard's gun. So Superman busts him out of jail, and Booster's allowed to visit his mother real quick and kind of give her a synopsis, and Superman plays up Booster's part a little bit just for good measure and really does him a solid on that one. So they jump back in the time ship, and they're able to get it going again thanks to some spare parts that they liberated the stolen time ship. And then they end up on another planet, and this time there is a large statue to Zod, which is very, very bad, obviously. So we got another cliffhanger ending. At the back there's a preview for the Terrifics. I've already reviewed several issues of the Terrifics, and it's a fantastic series, so you should go buy that. But if you're at the store and you see this in the back issue bin, definitely pick it up. It was a good issue. I really like this storyline so far, and it was a lot of fun. The art is not my favorite, but it is pretty well done. This is definitely a style that I would probably grow to like. It's a little exaggerated, but the muscle tone looks pretty good, and you get a lot of different perspective shots. It's not just flat angles. There's a lot of different positioning that would be kind of difficult to draw. So you got a unique flair. I don't think I'm familiar with this artist either, so I'm not sure who Brett Booth is, but he does a good job. There's a couple times in the first opening page where Booster's neck looks a little weird, but other than that, pretty decent. I would pay full price for this issue and not feel ripped off. But that being said, that'll do it for this one. As always, thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next one.